Hello, my name is Raphael, and in today's lesson, we are going to learn about language and particularly origin of human language. So we shall define language and shall go to origin of this human language. So what is language? Language can be defined as a system of communication using speech sounds, either oral or written. So language is normally used in communication, okay, and it is using speech sounds, and these speech sounds can be spoken by a word of mouth, or can be written down the paper. So we shall go to the properties, and in today's lesson we shall look at 6 properties of language. There are many properties of language, but we shall dwell on 6 properties of language. Number one is arbitrariness. So the relationship between sequences of sounds and the concepts to which they refer to does not have a natural connection. They do not have an innate connection. So the relationship of these sequence of sounds and the concepts to which these sequence of sounds refer to does not have a natural connection. Number two is displacement. So this property allows human beings to talk about things and events that are not present in the immediate environment. These include angels, fairies, Satan. Okay, so human beings, you see, language can displace itself in an environment is uh, that is not present in that particular moment. Okay, so e.g. angels and fairies. We have productivity. So from the name itself, productivity, there's production, there's addition of sequences. So in this property, one can keep adding any number of elements to form long and longer sentences. Remember, a long sentence is as long as you have the breath to talk. Okay, so in productivity, you'll add any number of elements to form longer and longer sentences. Then there's cultural transmission. Cultural transmission is the passing of human language from one generation to another. Yeah, just as its name says, cultural transmission. This passing from one generation to another. So what is being passed here? It is the human language. Look, uh, we have uh, we have inherited the our ancestors' language, and it is we'll pass it to our next generation. Okay, so this is a this is a crucial property of language, as there is passing from one generation to another. Okay, then discreteness. Sounds are in such a way that the occurrence of another rather than the other in a word is meaningful. For example, if you look at if I say part, sorry. So if I say uh, sorry about that. Um, Let me delete it. If I say this part, this is part, and if I replace this p with b, it will be but. So the occurrence of uh, p instead of b brings other different words, because if I say if I include that, the only difference here between these two is that uh, here there is B and this is P, but these are similar. A and T are similar in these sentences. So sounds are in such a way that they are distinct. So the occurrence of another rather than the other in a word is very, very meaningful. Okay, so language is organized at two levels. Let me wrap this. Okay, so language is organized at two levels at the same time. Each individual sounds like P, T, and A can be combined to form different words with different meanings. Okay, so there's pat and tap. If you combine these individual sounds P, T, and A, you get pat and you can get tap. Okay, and any other ones that can come from these three sounds. So they are organized in, so this that duality, they are in two levels at the same time. So the origin of human language, and we will dwell at the theories. So we shall start with the Genesis theory. Genesis theory, in Genesis theory, Christians believe that God gave Adam the power to name all things. Okay, if you go to Genesis, to the book of Genesis, you will see Christians arguing that God gave Adam the power to name all things. So we shall look at the strength. The fact that Adam named the animals indicated that he had come into possession with his power of language, and the animals did not name themselves. Yes, it's true. Animals do not talk. Okay, and the fact that Adam named all the animals, because Christians believe that God gave Adam the power to name all things, including these animals. And the fact that Adam named all the animals indicated that he had come into possession with this language, and the animals did not name themselves. Once a name was given to the animal, it sticks into it, bringing an aspect of permanence. That's why a cow will remain cow generation to come, generation to come. Okay, that is assumption, but it's true. Okay, we shall go to weaknesses. We do not know which language Adam used. Yes, we do not know if he used French, English, or any other language, because different languages have different names of different objects and events and things. So we do not know which language he used. Even if we knew the language, we would still have insufficient data to start us off, since Adam only named animals and nothing else. Yes, Christians argue that Adam only named animals, and nothing else. So we do not have that sufficient data to start us off. And then we shall go to the invention theory. This was supported by scholars like Rossio. So there are scholars who argued that language was invented by a man, but separated the invention of language from reason. They separated the invention of language from reason. So according to Rousseau, the earliest manifestations of language were rise of nature that man shared with the animals, e.g., cries of pain or surprise. His reasoning is, however, complicated, and that is the main disadvantage of the invention theory. We shall go to Herder's view. Herder is another proponent who came out with a theory. He said that language was invented by man, but not outside the reasoning power. The invention theory said there is reasoning power, but Herder's view said it was not outside the reasoning power. I mean, the invention theory said there was no reasoning power, but Herder said there was reasoning power. So he pointed out that man, in his very first step of reasoning power, isolated the one object from all the other objects, and this isolated object was retained in the mind, and it was thus a word in the soul. Language and evolution. Okay, this is according to historians and scientists and some scientists. So scholars suggest that non-humans, which are the primates, like chimpanzees, lack the physical apparatus that is necessary to produce the range of human speech. So scholars went for, and researchers agreed that non-humans, which are the primates, lack the physical apparatus that are necessary to produce the range of humans. And these, some of these apparatus that humans possess and not primates are the human teeth that are upright and roughly even useful in making sounds like f, v, and the. Yeah, the primates cannot produce these sounds, but the human beings, due to possession of the upright teeth, which are also rough, can produce these sounds, okay, and words. So the flexibility of lips in humans to produce sounds like P, B, and W. So there's flexibility of lips. The human larynx differs significantly in position from monkeys. So it differs significantly, and this difference bring about the possession of producing language, the ability of producing language. So we shall look at the strength of evolution theory. Number one, it is agreed that evolution must have resulted in the development of a vocal tract capable of producing a wide range of speech sounds. So this realization may have led to the later preoccupation with the vocal tract as a way of understanding human language. So here we are being told that evolution, that in evolution, the results in the resulted. It is agreed that evolution must have resulted in the development of a vocal tract capable of producing a wide range of speech sounds. So evolution came up and said there is a vocal tract which is capable for producing the speech sounds, and this realization led to the later preoccupation with the vocal tract as a way of understanding human language. So they studied the vocal tract and understood how human language is produced. So we shall go to weaknesses. Evolution theory failed to take account of the fact that humans can and do possess a language even when they cannot speak. They did not they did not research on this. They just said they just went to the vocal tract. Okay, but remember the deaf and dumb communicate yet they cannot speak. Okay, so that is a challenge to them. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Thank you.